The connection between Sanders and the Raiders runs deeper than just interest. NBA superstar Damian Lillard, a proud Oakland native and lifelong Raiders fan, has gone public with his support, imploring the team to trade for Shador. "I don't blame him one bit," one commentator said after watching Lillard's plea. "The Raiders need a spark, and Shador might be exactly that." For a franchise searching for identity and consistency, Sanders represents not just potential, but hope. His calm presence, confidence under pressure, and natural charisma have made him one of the most talked-about young quarterbacks in the league. For Sanders, the timing couldn't be more critical. His situation in Cleveland has become increasingly strained, with head coach Kevin Stefanski refusing to give him the role he's clearly earned. The Browns' locker room is divided, the fans are frustrated, and Sanders himself seems to be quietly preparing for what comes next. His demeanor remains calm, his tone controlled, but those close to him say his patience is running thin. He's no longer interested in waiting for permission to shine. He's ready to lead. And perhaps that's exactly what's drawing the Raiders' attention. Inside sources describe Sanders as methodical in his preparation and strategic in his decision-making. Every move he makes seems calculated. Every comment, every appearance, every workout. Even his social media presence has shifted to reflect maturity and focus. It's the kind of self-awareness you'd expect from a seasoned veteran, not a young quarterback still fighting for his first real shot. But that's the thing about Shedeur Sanders. He's not like most prospects. He carries himself like someone who already knows he belongs under the brightest lights. Cleveland, on the other hand, seems uncertain about what they have. Stefanski continues to defend his conservative approach with Sanders, insisting that he doesn't want to take risks with young players. But to many, that reasoning sounds more like an excuse than a strategy. Especially when other young players like Quinshon Judkins are getting real game reps despite having limited training camp time. The inconsistency is hard to ignore, and analysts like Dan Orlovsky have made sure the public doesn't forget it. Orlovsky, never one to mince words, expressed outright disappointment in Stefanski's refusal to elevate Sanders. He questioned whether the Browns management even knows what their long-term plan is. "If this team was supposed to be evaluating its future," he said, "then why hasn't Shador been given a real shot? What are they waiting for?" His critique echoed the growing frustration among fans who have watched the Browns mishandle talented players before. Cleveland's quarterback carousel is legendary for all the wrong reasons, and if Sanders walks away without ever getting his chance, it will be yet another painful reminder of what could have been. Even Stephen A. Smith has entered the conversation, and when he talks, people listen. On his show, he revealed that the Raiders' interest in Sanders is real and serious. According to him, Damian Lillard's endorsement wasn't just fan talk. It was a spark that ignited real conversations inside the Raiders' front office. Stephen A. called the potential deal a perfect match, emphasizing that Sanders has the exact type of swagger and confidence the Raiders have been missing. "I don't know how good Shedeur Sanders is going to be," he said, "but I know this. He's got that kind of swag, that kind of energy, and I wouldn't mind seeing him in the bright lights of Las Vegas." It's hard to argue with him. The Raiders have been desperate for stability at quarterback for years. The Geno Smith experiment hasn't worked. 9 interceptions this season alone have fans losing patience, and the team needs fresh blood. Sanders, with his composure, poise, and leadership, fits perfectly into the franchise's vision of resurgence. The thought of him commanding the huddle under the Vegas lights has fans buzzing with excitement. And for Sanders, who's been undervalued in Cleveland, the opportunity to become the face of a franchise could be the chance of a lifetime. Meanwhile, the Browns find themselves cornered. Each week that passes without Sanders getting meaningful reps fuels the narrative that Cleveland doesn't know how to manage young talent. The excuses about his age and experience are beginning to ring hollow. Fans have seen enough of his potential to know he's ready. And if he leaves, if he signs with the Raiders and becomes a star elsewhere, the Browns will have no one to blame but themselves. The frustration is palpable. Former players, analysts, and even members of the media are all echoing the same sentiment. If Cleveland keeps holding him back, it's not just a mistake, it's a failure. Shedeur Sanders has proven he has the work ethic, intelligence, and composure to handle the responsibility. All he needs is the chance. And if the Browns won't give it to him, someone else will. That someone might just be the Las Vegas Raiders. Their offer reportedly includes a massive $17 million deal, the kind of money that signals belief, not just in potential, but in destiny. It's the kind of offer that tells a player, "We see you. We trust you. We're ready to build around you." And for Shedeur Sanders, that trust might be all he's been waiting for. What happens next could define the next chapter of his career. If he takes the Raiders' offer, he won't just be changing teams. He'll be stepping into a role that could elevate him from a promising backup to a franchise cornerstone. If he stays in Cleveland, he risks being buried beneath indecision and politics. The choice, it seems, is between faith and frustration, between being a name on the depth chart and becoming the name that headlines every highlight reel. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Browns are running out of time to prove they believe in Shedeur Sanders. The Raiders, meanwhile, are ready to bet big. This isn't just a trade rumor anymore. It's a moment of truth for everyone involved. And when the dust settles, one thing is certain. Wherever Sanders goes next, he's not just showing up to play. He's coming to take over. So now, the question turns to you. Do you think the Browns are making a massive mistake by keeping Shedeur Sanders on the sidelines? Is Kevin Stefanski's cautious approach smart management or a missed opportunity? Should Sanders take the leap and join the Raiders, or stay and fight for his spot in Cleveland? And if he does head to Las Vegas, could he become the face of the Raiders' long-awaited comeback story? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're following this unfolding quarterback saga as closely as we are, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big twist in the story. Because one thing's for sure, the Shedeur Sanders saga is just getting started.